So I've gathered you all here today so we can watch Tropic Thunder together.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Honestly, if we're doing one and you're not here, it's probably just going to turn into a Warhammer podcast.
It's going to be the only Warhammer podcast.
It'll probably go like that again when you are here.
You know what? If you guys say that shit for when I'm not here, I'd be much more appreciative.
No, I think it's better when you're here. You have to subject yourself to it.
Fuck that. Fuck
yes.
that.
We're gonna do one of those, and Mizu's gonna come back with, "Hey guys, I finally decided to get into Warhammer. I'm actually really liking it. I'd like you to check out my new 1,500 point Tau army."
Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
You can paint them all the pretty pink colors you want.
I mean, they are Tau.
That is true.
Well,
that is very true.
Well, to be fair, if you were to tell me pink army, I'd immediately assume Slanesh.
Yeah.
And
honestly,
is Slanesh a choice?
Involved.
Is Slanesh
a choice?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
You think Revy just makes all those Slanesh jokes like he's not going to make a 15,000 point all Daemonette Slanesh army?
Okay.
Look, I got a 10,000 point orc army, and they're all painted purple. So when I put the base plates down, people ask me, why is there nothing on the base plate? And I just tell them that's purple orcs.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they believe it's stealth.
All right.
And they believe so hard it works.
So we're going to start. Should I start this the normal way, or should I start this cocaine way?
What's the cocaine way?
Welcome back to Digital Gooning. Today we're talking about horse girls and how we goon over them. How are you today, everyone?
Is that the actual intro, or is this a test?
Oh, no, that's a fucking intro. I've been rolling this entire goddamn time.
Incredible.
Yep.
Wonderful.
I'm thinking of that, what's that one comic that was posted on Twitter a little while ago that is a person wrote an entire comic that's a cross between Frasier and Columbo? Has anyone else besides me read that?
Yes,
I linked it here.
Read that. I haven't.
Yes, and the entire. Sorry, I don't mean to spoil, but that there's a bit in that's exactly like what you've just done to us.
Oh god, I need to watch more Columbo. I've only seen a few.
It's great.
I had a weird experience with Columbo. So, I'm like, oh man, I want to get into Columbo, and then I noticed a free service had it for ads and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I started watching it, and I'm like, wow, this introduction is really fucking long, and I just kept double checking to make sure it was Columbo, because Columbo wasn't showing up, and it was over half an hour into the fucking show. And I'm
you somehow fully dodged the premise of the show.
So I'm watching, I'm like, this is just about some dude getting away with fucking murder. What the fuck? And then 35 minutes into the fucking show, Columbo just comes in through the doorway with no fucking fanfare or anything, and he's just a fucking side character. Mr. Whatchamacallit there?
And now here's the thing. I'm also thinking you're not watching the first TV episode, the one with the one that was selected by Steven Spielberg. You were watching one of the two made-for-TV movies that were effectively the two pilots for Columbo.
Yes.
You're watching the one about the doctor.
Yes.
Is Columbo more of a Raven Guard or Alpha Legion chapter?
Alpha Legion, absolutely.
Alpha.
He's always there, but you never know how dangerous he is until it's way too late.
Fuck all of you.
You never know what he's planning until it's already over.
So anyway,
I'm sorry, Mizu. Yes,
we're on Columbo. We're on Columbo. Shut up.
We can make Columbo into a Warhammer 40k discussion, and it will happen.
So, anyways, the Columbo show on this fucking service it put the two movies as episode 1 and 2.
Yes.
And I get halfway through the second movie, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore, and I dropped out. And then you came over and you explained what the fuck was happening to me. And you're like, oh yeah, no, the next one's the first episode. I'm like, fuck me. And I watched that one, and that was actually pretty good.
Yeah. But the first proper episode, the one with oh my god, I can't think of his name, but the villain of that, he appears in 3 separate Columbo episodes, and he's amazing each time. That first one is directed by,
I imagine.
well, yeah, obviously. No, they let him out and he does it again, and he somehow gets caught by Columbo again. No, he's a different guy each time, obviously.
He's just that fucking charming.
Yeah, really. He's great each time. Oh god, I'm bailing, and I don't want to like. I can't just easily look it up on Wikipedia. Why don't I just look it up on Wikipedia? What am I doing here?
Oh, what are you doing here?
And what am I doing here? TV show. This is a Columbo episode now. I'm sorry. We keep doing this. We keep like setting out an actual topic for these episodes, and we end up going on some incredible tangent.
Well,
I don't know how this happens.
So while you're doing that,
Jack Cassidy, by the way. Anyway,
we had a question for you.
me?
Did you actually play the game this week, Straight?
Did I? No. And here's the thing. I thought about that. And I'm thinking, I want to say, oh man, I woke up this morning and I was like, I could play this for a day, I guess, and kind of get an idea, or I could not do that. And I think, okay, I could prompt these guys. I've never really played gacha games. I think all of you have some experience with like gacha games, like these builder games.
This is a bad first gacha game, but yeah, continue.
Okay, but it is, and you have enough experience with these that you can like judge this and recommend, and either recommend it or not, based on other examples in the genre.
Yes,
correct.
Okay, I'm really not experienced with these, and I kind of want you guys to like judge it based on that, and I also want you like to sell me as a guy who just might have seen this before and be like, oh, what is this thing?
So, I had no fucking clue what I was getting into with this. I only decided this was the subject after watching Revy and somebody else in our Discord talk about it, like, for a long time. So...
No one else currently on this podcast.
I've been following this thing since there was an anime, like 4 years ago, so...
I was aware
Has it really been that long?
Probably.
Yes.
I think
What
so.
the
I've seen that one thing from the anime, which is like hilarious, incredibly well animated.
Yeah,
It's
it's incredibly well
sequence.
animated. Yeah.
So I was aware of the gacha game that turns actual naval ships into anime girls, because this is something that we're doing
Which
now.
one?
Which one? I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
Are you talking Kana Cole or Azure Lane?
Azure Lane. I didn't know there was another one.
Yeah, Kana Cole was the originator. They started out in Japan and they had an anime series, but their big thing was the company did not care to expand outside of Japan.
Yep.
So it was just kind of like, yeah, we have a great IP, but we're not really gonna move outside Japan.
All right.
And then eventually they just kind of went away.
So I knew of that. So I knew this gimmick existed, and then I saw So my what the fuck meter was already kind of like spent with that. And then I see the horse game based off of making anime girls based off of actual racehorses, and for some reason that one's weirder to me. Because the ship one, okay, whatever. It's an inanimate object. Sure. But the fucking horse one, like these are actual like living creatures that you're turning into anime girls.
Now, to be fair, you're also talking to the audience that really likes to play Grand Blue, which is real-life historical figures reimagined as anime girls.
Or, any type of fake game.
So,
I was thinking of Fate. I'm sorry.
Oh, Fate. Yeah. Okay. So, with all of these things, like the people that they're affecting are probably dead.
I mean, they had to go ask the
Yes.
jockeys for specific rights to do this.
This is the first one I've seen that affects people that are actually still alive. People that might consider these horses family.
I can. Okay. Hold on. Well, hold up. I can tell you, I live in a horse racing town.
Yep.
I don't know as much as I probably should, but I live in a horse racing town. And I can tell you, these owners do not think of these horses as family.
Ooh. Okay.
I mean, this is
yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I love horses. I do, and that's kind of an awkward thing to say considering the subject matter. But I do like horses.
Also, considering your orb right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
Hey, that guy loved horses.
Yeah,
too.
that guy definitely loved horses. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Anyway, he'll have that horse. But no, yeah. From my experience, I'm not an expert, but in my experience, yeah, this is a meat market these guys are working with when it comes to horses.
I just imagine these girls, after they fail to win their races, just being loaded up in a truck and shipped to a fucking glue factory.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's fun.
Which speaking of is apparently a gameplay mechanic in this. Like it's not just a roguelike, oh, you ended the run, I guess try again. It is actively trying to like tug your heartstrings.
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah.
Yeah.
You're not
Like that.
killing them.
No, that kind
Well,
of
you may not be killing them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But if
I'm
they
sorry.
lose their career, they don't get touched again, and so they're practically dead.
yeah, the whole idea is that they're in basically like, I guess you'd call it high school or like college, to where they're trying to make it into the big leagues,
Mhm.
That's
like the G1 circuit. And if like through this training you basically fail, they basically fail out and are never able to compete in the actual like big leagues of horse
You're slowly.
racing.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
I've never seen a gotcha game, like especially a Gooner gotcha game, be a roguelike. So, and I wasn't expecting this when I
Yeah, like,
fucking went in.
I did not know what they were going to do to make this.
Yeah.
I was definitely not expecting a roguelike where it's just kind of like, oh, you build a like a heritage tree of two different horses and that buffs its stats.
Yeah.
And then it's just a roguelike, so good luck.
So I don't know if any of you ever played like old school like wrestling games like SmackDown or SmackDown versus Raw.
Nope.
Hell yeah, brother.
Do you remember Straight, have you or no?
no, I have not.
Okay. Back in the day, there was like something called a career mode in that, where you would get cutscenes and it would describe like the current story going on. You'd have a chance to train your wrestler before their big match, and then you play
you have
the
to do
big match.
stats and everything.
Yeah. You mess with their stats, you train their stats. There's risk and reward involved in that, and then you're getting ready for their big match. Imagine all of that, but cut out the big match.
Well,
And
I mean, what do you mean
up the
cut a big match?
cutscenes, up the cut. Okay, sorry. The big match is there, but you don't play it. You just watch the big fucking match, and up the cutscenes to like 11, and that's what you have.
Yeah, like the whole idea is you do all the stats and all the like skills, and then you just watch the race to see if what you did was actually a good decision.
Yeah, in like the first, you know what? I would say even like the first like 6 or 7 times I saw a race, like it was exciting to me. But after that, I just started fucking skipping it.
I mean,
I didn't even get past. I'm gonna be honest. The first race, I just skipped because it just did not interest me.
I still watch like 90% of my races.
Oh, nice. You know, you can skip until like the final push.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I know, but I still watch a large portion because it does, like, yes, the races are just cutscenes,
Mhm.
but the races also help you understand what stats you're missing
So
outside of the...
yeah. So this also is a weird gotcha game because I feel from my living experience with it that pulling for horse girls doesn't matter that much. Which you're supposed to be pulling for, from my understanding and my experience, is the support cards. Those seem
Yes,
astronomically more important than the horse girls.
the horse girls, like, pulling for them is also important, just because, like any other gotcha game, like, you have, 1 through, like, 5 stars. And the 1 stars have worse off stats than the... I think the pool only has up to 3 stars.
Yeah, so
That you can
that's
actually
one
pull
thing.
from.
That's one thing I'll give this game. Unlike other gotchas, it's actually only gives you 3 stars, and it fucking means it.
Yeah.
Because all gotchas are only 3 stars, but they'll fuck with you. Like Zenless is like B rank, A rank, S rank, but that is such bullshit. It is not.
Yeah. No, like, the stats on a 3-star are better than a 1-star, but, like, slightly.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about, like, maybe 10 in each stat, which is a thing. But, like, as you rank up the 1 stars, their stats kind of equal those of the 3 stars. So it's not like, oh, the 3 stars just naturally better in every way.
It's a little boost.
Yeah.
Also, they have special abilities that they can use during the final push if you're lucky.
Well, yeah, if you train your wit, which is basically the skill that the girl needs to understand when to use their skills.
Yeah. It's a weird gacha. It's one of the weirder gachas I've played. It's not bad. I just don't think it should be a gacha.
I mean, somewhat agree with you. Like, yeah, but at the same time, like, it's a free game. This has provided me more entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Than most AAA games.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about it. How much have you guys played?
I played a good 2 days worth.
Well, I mean, how many hours? Because we're all playing this on Steam. So,
well, I played it on phone, which it works great on phone. Like, it works better than Zenless on phone, but it's also doing a lot less.
yeah, I mean,
I'm looking to see how much playtime I have.
I don't think I can check that, but if I had to guess, I would say I've given it a good 4 hours.
all right.
I got 2.9 hours.
Oh, there you go.
So I will stop here. Like, feel free to look at my avatar. I understand that it is a horse girl. And I have been gooning over this game for 4 years now.
Jesus Christ! You
Not
should be the Umamusume Pretty Derby expert.
Wow. Nice. You want to try again? You want to try again for that zinger?
I don't think they should try again.
Hey, Revy, I'm also a horse girl right now. I just want to let you know.
I see. So, with that being said, would you care to guess how many hours I put into this game?
So you said you've been playing it for about 4 years?
On your Steam.
I've been a fan of the franchise since the anime came out 4 years ago. I have not been able to play the game since Thursday when the game came out.
You guys want to play Wheel of Fortune rules right now?
Sure.
I'll go first. 482.
That's like mathematically impossible, but fire.
Seriously.
I would have to say like 29 or 30. So
I think I saw like 30 on your Steam.
Go straight. Say 31.
Yeah.
Be that dick.
32.
No.
Straight wins.
I have 64 and a half hours so far.
Yep, straight wins.
Oh.
Holy hell.
That's how that shit works. Oh god.
When did this game come out?
Thursday.
So
you've been playing it like a full-time job.
Yes.
Is career mode the main thing to do in that game? Because it seemed like that's what it was.
Career mode is the main thing to do in the game. Like, yeah, because that's obviously the place where you go through and build the horse girl's like stats and skills.
Yep.
After you beat career mode or like you fail out of it, you can then add that specific instance of that like character to your offline team or to your other teams.
Okay.
And those other teams are basically, they are PvP matches against other people's teams that they put together.
Gotcha.
And yeah, there's, no input. Golden ship.
Well,
yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen that fucking horse, but in places.
It's the one horse meme, but yeah,
I thought it was funny.
So
is funny.
Wolf posted a picture of a
that
horse
is
girl
golden
on.
ship.
Is that the fucking Michael Jackson balcony right there?
Yes.
No.
Is it?
No.
Okay.
It's the Juan horse balcony.
Juan.
Yeah.
Juan.
Straight.
Yes.
With the girl with the ear cups.
Yeah, again, that's golden ship. She is a character.
When I played, I played mostly Rudolph the Emperor.
Oh, Stromboli Rudolph.
Yeah, that was my favorite design that I had. I played a bit of I think her name is TM Opera Overlord.
Wait, you got Opera?
Yeah, I got Opera. I got really lucky.
Oh, wow. I'm still pulling for her. Like, I have not got her yet.
I got a lot of fucking
I gotta
goals.
boot the game up because I don't remember the names. I'm horrible with names.
So, like, I have done a very wide range of characters just to build the team out to help me in career mode.
Mm-hmm.
I've done Taki Shuttle. I've done, Symboli Rudolph. I've done Vodka. I've done Golden Ship. I've done El Condor Pasa.
Yeah, it's something about fucking Rudolph. It just was really worked for me.
No, like I get Rudolph. Like she's good, but I pretty much
I liked Maru Zinski.
Yeah,
Zinski.
I don't know.
She's the one I used the most.
I mean, my main is pretty much Measure Orion though, because it is a tom girl that lifts weights.
Yeah, fair.
A tomboy that lifts, like
He's on brand.
yeah, like on brand.
So
you can.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This. All right, Revy. If you had to rate this game out of 5, what would you rate it?
I mean, I would probably give it a low 4, honestly.
Okay. What is your favorite things about the game and least favorite things about the game? Because you are an expert. You're apparently a resident expert here.
Apparently. Like I genuinely
have like 30 times the playtime I do.
I genuinely enjoy the fact that like this is. I'm not a big fan of roguelikes, but I enjoy that this is like a roguelike that is just so different from like anything else.
That is true.
The whole concept of like, the main thing you do is build a team through the, you go build a team and then you use that to race other people. Like that's enjoyable. Just the characters are nice. Like even the gacha, like while I play gacha games, I'm not a big fan of them. Like it doesn't feel like if you don't get a 3-star, you're just missing out.
Okay.
Because I have Measure Orion up to 3 stars and 2 levels of enhancement.
Is that a 1-star or 2-star?
She's a 1-star coming up.
Gotcha.
And so with the gacha, I hate it when gacha games, and this one did it, have exclusive banners for paid currency. And like there's two sides of that coin. Like this one, the paid currency is the same currency as the currency you earn for free, so you can't earn the paid currency. Where like playing a game like Infinity Nikki, they have paid currency, and most of the banners are paid currency, but you can get the pulls without the paid currency.
Infinity Nikki was pretty fun. Like that's
I liked Infinity Nikki.
Yeah, like, I will admit that that's the one of my gripes is the fact that they do differentiate enough between like the paid and non-paid currency in like the pull system.
Yeah. But it does seem like you really don't have to pull like characters that much.
For those who aren't aware, like it gives you 1 free pull a day.
Mm-hmm.
Then on the right side you have the pulls you get with the free currency, and then 1 time a day you can do a pull with paid currency for like 50 gems. And I think a pull for like normal is what?
Yeah,
it limits the paid, right? It limits how much you can pay for it.
Yeah,
but aren't there other banners where you can just roll, 10 rolls of paid currency?
No, it's basically 1 paid currency pull a day.
So
or you can
look at that.
Yeah, or you can convert your paid currency to like the free version, and then do however many rolls you want to dump in.
I kind of like the fact that they limit your paid pulls because the gacha games fucking destroy lives.
Yeah, exactly.
All gacha games limit your paid pulls. Just depends on how much money you're spending.
No, exactly. Zenless doesn't limit anything.
Well,
1 time only paid carrot. Oh, it's 1 time only per banner, or is it 1 time only per day?
Per day.
Each banner has a 1 per day.
I think it's per day. I think you can only use paid currency once a day. If I might be wrong, Revy would have to correct me.
Depending on your age, monthly limit. Well, they play some monthly limits, so that's nice, actually.
Yeah.
Well, if you're 20 and up, there's no limit.
I don't know. I put my actual birthday in there, and I could only pay. I bought a 25, and that was all I bought.
If you're between 20 and 30, there's no limits. If you're under 20, they assume you're a child and shouldn't be spending that much. If you're over 30, they assume that you have a child and shouldn't be spending that much.
Yeah,
But yeah, it is. Yeah, so like the pay currency thing's a mixed bag. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's also not egregious.
yeah.
Like in when I'm playing Zenless, when a character drops, that is just like game breaking, and you have to have them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those like, oh, you have to dump in.
It's a mad
currency.
rush.
Yeah.
It's a mad fucking rush to get them because you only get 20 days.
Yeah.
Does Zenless Zone Zero give you a lot of currency?
It does.
No.
It gives you a lot of currency.
I would argue it does not give you nearly enough, though.
I disagree.
No, I like.
I think that depends on how many of a character you need to pull to get.
I was going to say, if you pull on every banner, it does not give you nearly enough.
If you pull on every banner, yeah, you're not going to get enough currency. But if you pull on the characters you want, like you have daily things, you have weekly things, you have events constantly happening.
Yes, it does give you that, but like if you're a completionist.
Yeah, if you're a completionist, yeah, no, don't play Zenless.
Yeah, and like the thing about Zenless is there's no way to continue, building.
Like when Hugo came out, that was a straight up pass for me, dog. I wanted nothing to fucking do with Hugo. I think he's the worst fucking character in the game.
Yeah,
I skipped his ass so fucking hard, and I just saved for the next character to come out.
Yeah, and I know this game's only been out Thursday, so like it's very hard to see where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like, you don't like. We'll see what happens after this banner goes away. What they do with the character, if they do like a Zenless, would they just like vault it, or if they just end up putting it into the like general pool after a while? Because like that's another gripe I have with Zenless. Is the like main banner characters never go into the like general pool of characters.
Yeah, I'm upset about that too.
So in one of my favorite gacha games, Memento Mori, you can actually say, I want to pull this character, and even if they're not on a banner that's currently there, you get a small chance to get them. It's a special banner pull. Does Zenless have anything like that?
No. Like if the character comes out and you don't pull on them, or you like pull and miss them, you have to hope that like they've started doing it, but you have to wait for them to re-release that character's banner again as their own separate pull.
But here's the thing that I do like about Zenless is it saves your progress in pulling. So if you're pulling on the limited banner and it ends and you have like 20 pulls to the S rank, that 20 pulls to the S rank just fucking stays there for the next banner.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you have not hit pity, like you can absolutely hit like.
I hate the pity rule where like the first time you hit S, if you like, there's a 50-50 chance of you getting banner character, and if you don't, it's 100% chance the next time. It should just fucking be 100%. If I'm pulling 90 fucking times, I want that fucking character.
Yeah,
me all the time.
So my main gacha game is Azure Light. And what I love about their gacha is like, yes, there's a pity system for the main like big character ship that comes out every like 3 months.
Yeah.
But they also just they've learned that like, yes, while the whole gacha thing is just part of it.
Yeah.
They've learned that it's better to just, if you play the game, to give you the resources to get the character, and then just sell you fucking skins. They've learned that we just sell people Gooner skins.
That's a good idea, honestly. It lets people play the game, and the people that want a goon will pay. That's a good system. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, like that's one of the things about it is like everybody likes the fact that like sure you're pulling for the ship and it can be annoying, but if you do play every day, like you have more than enough resources to do anything.
Here's the thing I hate about Zenless, like the biggest problem I have with Zenless. And it doesn't even affect me that much because I was lucky enough, but there are a few characters that are necessary to play Zenless. Like Astra is in every single top team for every fight.
Yeah, you absolutely have to have Astra. You absolutely have to have the Fox Girl.
Miyabi, yep. You have to have Miyabi, you have to have Astra, and you have to have
Yishuan.
Yishuan, thank you. And the new area that they just came out with is super open and super big. But there's only one character in the entire game that has a dash skill that can bring you through it super fast. And guess who it is? It's the new poster girl, Yishuan. Yay!
One of my...
Isn't there a term for this where it's like a character becomes like too good so that they are part of any lineup no matter what?
Yeah, that's Astra.
No, but I mean, it's like a specific term for it.
Oh, I don't know.
Probably.
But let me explain.
Meta?
I guess so.
I
guess that's the closest thing.
Like, some of my annoyances with Umamusume are minor things.
Oh, we're back. Okay, we're back to the horse game, yes.
Yeah, we're back to the... So it's things like they don't appropriately tell you what each skill truly does.
Okay.
And there's no easy way to reference, like what they do. Like, you can guess, like, what speed does. But what...
Yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, what the other two, stamina and strength, do?
It kind of told me, but I still didn't really understand it. Like, a lot of it just kind of seemed like the same thing to me.
Yeah, like, I'm slowly figuring it out after 65 hours. But, but you know, speed is basically your top speed.
Yeah.
And, like, stamina is not only how much endurance you have in the race, but how long and how much you can hit that top speed.
Yeah.
And then strength is how quickly you can get to said top speed.
I don't know. If I were to get back into that, I would need you to, like, sit me down and fucking explain.
Dude, I am still, like... I'm on Google and everything else trying to figure out what the fuck.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Because I lose to, like, nameless fucking nobodies, and I'm just like, fucking really?
Well, like, that's also the thing, is the races ramp up.
They ramp up fast.
Yeah, they do. Like, the first race you get into, you can basically have 3 S's in each skill and absolutely dominate by, like, 10 horses. And then the second race, you'll still be up there. And then by the third race, you are no longer ranked among, like, the top 4. And you just get absolutely demolished. And it's just kind of like, I don't know what I did.
Yeah.
Like, I kept doing the same thing.
I want to meet the person who decided the personalities behind these horses.
Yeah, because they have to assign personalities to a fucking animal.
I mean...
Again, I made fun of these horse owners as just being, like, looking out for cuts of meat, but I do figure that they can probably give you some advice on how these horses act.
The boobs need to be bigger.
Yeah, there's that one guy.
Dude, that is my favorite fucking meme.
Oh,
like, that's my absolute favorite.
I have to go through it, and I have to see what the American horses were, and I have to see, like, if any of them are local.
There are no, like, absolutely American horse.
Oh,
like,
there isn't? There's no... That's so weird.
No.
That's so weird.
It's based out of Japan, so, like, yes, it is weird, but there's no horse that's just, like, egregiously American.
It's so... Horse racing here is so prevalent, like...
It's also...
You could easily, like, triple your fucking cast by going to America.
Yeah, well, it's also extremely prevalent in Japan, too. So.
Okay.
Yep. And also, for, like, those unaware, there's a rumor that the owner of Diawa Scarlet demanded that she had bigger tits than vodka and a better design in game, or else they wouldn't let them use the character.
I'm guessing they were the horses teams were rivals or some shit.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Who is the main
Incredible.
character? Is it the purple uniform girl, or is it the uh
I mean,
Dawa? Dawa? Who's the
The-
main
the-
character?
the main character in the anime was Special Week,
That's the purple dress girl.
the fine purple dress girl.
The fine purple? What,
The one on the
whatever.
cover.
Yeah, the one on the cover.
Like, yes,
I don't even know if I have her. I don't think she comes with, like...
I don't know if she's even out.
She's out. I can get her with a voucher I have.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah,
I just
she's
haven't bought anyone
yeah.
with the
She
voucher.
is the one in the purple dress with the like brown and white
Yeah,
hair,
yeah.
which is yeah.
And she's the main character of the show.
My mother was a mayor and my father was a lonely rancher.
That is her fucking opening statement in the anime, and
No!
it raised so many questions.
No!
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
That's more
Here,
than I wanted.
hold on.
Okay. So since they're all female, I'm guessing they all just mate with their fucking owners or some shit.
yeah, it raised many questions when it was said.
Where is it?
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I just posted a
My
meme
mother
of
was
it.
a mayor and my father was a Lone Rancher. Jasmine
Yes,
stops.
that is. That sentence is said within the first 5 minutes of the show.
Oh my god.
Of episode 1.
Jesus
I do gotta
fucking
say, I
Christ.
like how she's eating a carrot instead of a bread slice.
Do you
It's
know
that
what the poll
attention to
currency
detail.
is?
Yeah, it's carrots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's carrot. But no, I'm telling in the anime, I like the attention to detail because it's funny.
Yeah, they like hardcore lean into carrots.
I like how... Okay, I have a question about the anime.
Uh-huh.
This line, it is real, my mother was a mayor and my father was a lonely rancher. I have to assume, and give them the benefit of the doubt, that by mare, she does mean a horse, like
Yes.
horse girl like herself, and not an actual horse.
No, there are no actual horses in the universe. They are all...
I'm kind of sad they didn't commit.
What happens? What can these Umamusume do outside of horse racing? Because obviously they only do this for a few years.
Dude, I would have to go back
Why are you
and
thinking this
reread
hard
the
about it?
entire... Yeah,
I
right.
can assume is they do it for a few years and then they settle down, find a nice rancher, have a child, and then send the child off to go do it for another few years.
Jesus
Yeah, like-
fucking Christ.
Dude, like, they don't really expand the universal lore outside of racing.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. It's kind of like thinking about the Cars world too much.
Yeah. Again, like, within the first 5 minutes, they drop that fucking sentence and never return to it. It is never brought up again.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Gotta love it.
It's just like, excuse me?
Jeez.
Incredible.
I have a question for Revy and Wolf, and I'll ask myself the question
Yeah.
too. Strayed wanted to know early on the podcast, like, because he's not into gacha games.
Yeah.
How is this as a gacha game? I want to know from you guys, what do you think is a good introduction to gacha games? Like, pick one gacha game you think is good for...
Well, like for introduction to gacha games, I think my favorite Memento Mori is good because it's not greedy in a sense of like you got to do a lot of polls. The way to develop characters is pull a character and you got to pull the same character, and then you fuse them and they go up a rank, and then they're like SR plus, and then you get other lower rank characters that you can fuse up. And so it's a lot of fusing and you need a lot of characters, but they give you so much of the free currency
Mhm.
that it's not an issue and it's a nice casual game. And all the resources that you generate to like level up your characters is generated passively, like an AFK type game. So it's not like a big time commitment. You pick it up once a day and collect your resources, level your characters up, try to pass a mission, and then try to get all the gems you can before you get off.
Cool. Ravi?
I mean, I would this seems like a good intro to gacha games.
Okay, you would pick
Like
pretty
Umamusume?
Derby.
Yeah, pretty. I mean, again, it's only been out a couple weeks, so it's very hard to, very hard to say long term.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, Azure Lane is very similar. Like, if you play it, they will give you currency to pull, the characters.
Yeah.
Not only they have wishing well events at least twice a year where you get to pick what character you specifically want and raise that rate. But on top of that, you only ever have to pull that character once.
Yeah.
Once you have it, they basically give you blank template chips that can be used to enhance any character in game.
Okay.
And they just kind of throw those at you daily as long as you're doing stuff.
I would pick...
And not only that, but this game is very focused on the team to the point where the actual rarity of characters only matter to a certain degree.
Yeah.
The absolute SSSRs, which are once every 3 months, are typically the meta-defining ship, but they're not going to do anything by themselves.
Okay.
So they need, a team is 6 ships. You have 3 in the front and 3 in the back. And there are, basically rare ships in the game that will beat out SRs and just, what you need them to do in terms of just ability.
All right.
On top of the fact that this game is a bullet hell, and as long as you are willing to do manual control over your fleet when you do it, and you're good at bullet hell shooters, you can do a significant amount with a very cheap fleet.
I would pick Fire Emblem Heroes, I think.
That's a good one.
Because it is Fire Emblem, so you're getting it's miniaturized, but you're getting classic Fire Emblem gameplay from the actual games. You have a lot of story at this point, and every banner they release, which they release I think 5 or 6 banners at a time, it gives you 1 free character for each one. So you're gonna have a fuck ton of characters from it by just playing free.
I have a question for Strahd, actually, but I'll wait till you're done.
No, I'm pretty done. I just think Fire Emblem Heroes is probably one of the most generous ones I've ever played. And I might go back to it one day now that there's a lot more story to do. But yeah, if you're going for endgame, it sucks. But if you're going for casual story time and just playing with characters and having some fun every now and then, I think it's the perfect one.
Yeah, I mean, just...
Fire Emblem is a good game.
Yeah, it is. I played it for a bit. Like I said, I just... Azure Lane, just because I've played it since the first anniversary. So I've been playing this for 5 years straight.
Holy shit.
I don't find the gacha egregious. I am basically max level, have everything. When you get to the point in game I just auto through basically everything except the newest challenge.
I do know somebody who spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on Azure Lane in my personal life.
Yeah.
I won't name names.
I'm disappointed in them. I know who this is.
but I know someone. I want to get the exact amount from them later.
So Strahd, do you like XCOM gameplay?
I do.
Girls Frontline Exfilium 2 has XCOM style gameplay. Its gacha isn't too egregious, but it's a good one to get into just for the gameplay.
Dude,
the story's pretty good.
Yeah, Girls Frontline Exfilium 2 was I played it for a while and it was great.
No, that's just sorry. This isn't the butt shooter one, right? That's Nikki.
Oh, that's Nikki.
Nikki. It's Nikki.
Yeah.
Not
It does
Nike,
actually,
right?
Girls Frontline Exilium 2 does have special events where it's like the butt shooters, but with the characters. But it's not the core gameplay mechanic. It's like an additional thing where you can earn event currency
Gotcha.
to get stuff. And
It's basically a gimmick where they're aping on it.
yeah,
Like we can do the same thing. No, it is more XCOM like shooter. But
Okay.
like,
and it's on Steam.
yeah, I
it is
played
on
it for a while. It is fun.
I've completed the whole story. They probably released some, so I probably can't actually say that. But like even the community back when I was playing it for the PvP and the ranking, it seemed like an unwritten thing where you would just leave your shit defenseless because you wouldn't lose points and people could just climb the ranks.
Oh. Well, okay then.
Nice. That seems
But
to be
it-
a certain level of community that I am unfamiliar with in gacha games.
Yeah, usually a big old fuck
Usually
you
they're
got
pretty
mine.
bad.
A little bit.
Oh, God. We've only talked about this shit for about 45 minutes.
It's
But we
fine.
haven't actually tried to goon over the characters.
I have not.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because
Yeah, you know what?
However, I do have a question, and like I know the horses are old, but the characters in the anime, from what I've seen, like only 12 of them seem to be of age. So I don't know if I'd consider it really good gooning material.
The only
Like-
character I gooned really, not even gooned, like, the only character that kind of did anything for me was Rudolph. Like, it's just because she's the extremely confident, like, woman in charge sort of thing. But
Umamusume, Rudolph. Now I gotta start judging y'all.
It's Bolly
might be
Rudolph. Hang
under,
on, just
is Emperor? Yeah, it might be under, it's Rudolph Emperor. Try that.
I'll
that's
just yeah, I was gonna say I'll directly link him the character page.
I got it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, judge me. I think
No,
Rudolph
it's fine.
was the most goonable out of the fucking horses I had.
Listen, I don't see ages listed here, so I'm dubious on everything.
I don't
like,
think they list ages, but like you look at some of the characters
We gotta
and
stop.
And we gotta stop.
Oh. All right.
We
So,
need to stop.
Revy, Wolf, who are you two gooning over?
I mean, over the characters I have, it is Major Orion right now.
All right, you got to post them because I can't look anything up.
Yeah.
over the characters I had, it was Maru Zenskei, and then what was her name?
Post them so I can judge you.
I will after I find the other one.
I can't click on links, so they got to be pictures, Rev.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I figured.
You got to
Oh, I can't remember.
You got to screen capture that bitch.
Yep.
You know who Wolf's
Oh my-
talking about? Because you might need to post Wolves.
Oh my god, I clicked on this link to like look at her page, and I scrolled down, and my fucking dyslexia thought her first outfit besides her normal one was called Race War. It's race wear. And I'm thinking, Revy, what the hell is this?
Oh, okay. All right. I like that you post. I like that you posted the horse picture too, as well, Wolf.
Which one are we going to?
So I
which one are
found
we going
this
to? The girl or
chart
the
with
horse?
the girls and the horses in, I think it was meme channel of this Discord. And so I just have that up on my other page, and I'm referencing it. You just take the snipping tool, snip the character picture out, and put it in.
Hey, Wolf. HR needs you to tell us the difference between these two pictures.
I don't see a difference.
There's no difference. What? I just see a horse girl there. What? This horse has a penis. Yeah, I just see a horse girl there. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
it is.
see a penis in the picture.
I'm still waiting on Revy's
Like-
picture. I don't know what's taking Revy so long.
Link the link.
I can't click the link.
I'm recording. I'll get you a picture.
Thank you.
I'll get you a picture.
Hey, big preach. I think we lost Revy. Oh well.
You might have done.
Oh no, Straight. Have we convinced you to play the Horse Girl game?
You've convinced me to try it.
Really? Because I'm going to drop it like a bad habit today.
Well, to be fair, if I only ever went based off what you were playing, I'd be way more into Zenless.
Really?
And I'm not.
Okay.
So.
All right. So that's the one that. Oh, okay. So all right, I can see now. I can see why Revy's into her.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's kind of obvious.
Really obvious.
Oh. No, Zenless is fun. All right, so the next time you're down, I honestly
we're not doing. I've tried it. I've given it its fair shake. I think.
I understand.
And I'm just not into
I
it.
understand. You played with intro characters. I just want you to play with like a high end character, and I just want to get what you're feeling on it.
I've seen you play with high end characters. It still doesn't look very fun. Not to me.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I will. If you want me to give it another shot when you're down, I will. But
I just wanted you to touch the high end characters. That's all. But
okay, I will touch them. I've seen the porn of them. I will touch them.
I'll tell you what. There is no porn of this game. There is
of what?
There's next to no porn of Pretty Derby.
Well, that's fair. I'm still dubious if porn of this game would be ethical.
I agree.
Oh God, please! There's so many tags that really shouldn't have as much hentai as there is on them. There's been a big push for
here we are.
NTR. Big push for NTR.
Well,
it's not even made that much, apparently. Oh yeah, Rudolph. That's the horse I had. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta get all the horse picture in there. You know what the horse you're gooning over after.
Okay, yeah. So I can goon to the horse too.
Or the man on top.
It's only ethical. Yeah. Imagine if there was jockeys in this world.
It's basically what the trainer is, isn't it?
No. That trainer's a trainer. I want you to think of a jockey, like just a jockey jumping on the backs of these girls, whipping them in the ass, and just riding them to the finish line.
Incredible.
Look, I'm sure if you looked it up online, you'd find an image of it.
I just said, the Rule 34 is very low on this game. There is not much.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, it is probably for the best. Or maybe you should just give it some time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the anime's been out for 4 years.
Oh shit! Seriously?
So, I remember when this anime first came out.
What do you mean seriously? We've been talking about that for
Revy's back.
Yep.
We're looking at your horse girl.
Oh, sorry, there's like a massive thunderstorm overhead, so.
No, you're fine. You're good.
Dare.
What'd you say, Straight?
I said, how dare.
Yeah, how dare. Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to send these girls off to the glue factory now that we're done with them.
And then we can go back to talk about Warhammer.
Actually, I do. That is. So, what regiment of the Imperium do you think would ride these horses?
Whatever the ones that are based off the Huns.
The White Scars. The White Scars would easily do this.
I hate you all.
I thought you said Imperial Regiment. Oh, well, White Scars is based off the Mongols. I thought you. What are the ones that are? There are like full on robot ones for like the Skitarii for the Mechanicus.
I'm not quite sure which ones those are. But...
Hold on, Imperial Guard. Guys that ride horses. I don't know. There's some of them. There's like genetically modified horses.
I feel like the Kriegsmen would do it if they have the opportunity.
I feel like those are
the Attilan Rough Riders. That's literally what they're called.
Yeah. Come join us next week where we talk about fucking Night Trap.
I feel like there's like a
What
French
the fuck is
regiment
Night
also, right?
Trap?
Yeah, we're not doing that.
If I can find
Yeah.
it, if I can find a place for us to
Yeah.
play for free, we're doing that.
What
guys-
is Night Trap?
Do you guys know the fucking history of Night Trap?
Wanna?
It is one of the two games that started the ESRB.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I've seen this one.
It has been talked about. It was talked about for like months in the fucking U.S. in the U.S. government.
Yeah, like you like break into someone's house was having a sleepover and like kill them or
No,
something.
Oh, no,
you don't break it.
other dudes do. Yeah.
Little, I guess you could call them ghouls. Ninja ghouls break into the house to try to kidnap the women that are having like a sleepover, and they're too weak to capture them, so they have to use these neck devices where they grab the women's neck, and it's super fucking campy as fake blood.
I see why the
freaking
ESRB
pumping.
was developed because of this game.
It's really not. Like, this is one of the most campiest horror films you'll ever fucking see. It's really, really fucking, like, stupidly camp. Like, there's an entire, like, sing-along that plays near the start of the game. And it's so weird. But yeah, a bunch of people in the United States government just really, really wanted to catapult their career on video games, so they targeted that and Mortal Kombat, which was probably much more deserving of the ESRB like ratings coming into place. I don't know. Maybe we should watch Night Trap. It's a fucking trip, dude. French Space Marines? Why am I looking at a French Space Marine?
Because I was trying to find the fucking French Space Marine regiment.
Why does he have a baguette?
Because he's a French Space Marine, duh.
Is he
Yeah,
gonna whack somebody with a baguette?
I just assume all French people always walk around with a baguette.
You're not wrong. Just based off of where most monastic, like, Christian orders are usually found, doesn't it make sense that the Dark Angels are effectively French Space Marines?
I mean, how dare you? But like, you are right.
I guess.
Nah.
God, I don't.
You will be booked
that's
every
all,
single one of these
folks.
podcasts. If you need someone else on this podcast to outnumber us, so someone else besides you can say, I don't care about Warhammer.
Here's the thing: he can.
Because now you're being sandwiched.
I think literally everyone that regularly attends this podcast, like Mud included,
would much rather be doing a fucking.
Mud
Dude,
would join you
Johnny-
because Mud likes Warhammer. I think I'm the only one that doesn't have any interest in Warhammer.
Well, I mean, you should definitely get into Warhammer. It would help your life so much more.
No,
Well, there are books
wouldn't.
you can read.
At this point,
I don't want
Henry
to.
Cavill likes it. Do it for Henry Cavill.
Henry
I don't-
Cavill's making a movie.
I don't care about Henry Cavill.
is making the show. I think
What?
at this point, Mizu is just fully, and I mean fully, not going to get into Warhammer just to spite us.
I need some serious
Like-
concessions if I get into Warhammer. Like, I'll need
What concessions?
something seriously coming from you guys trying something out for me to try out Warhammer.
I mean,
All right,
yeah?
what's
Yeah.
the concession?
we already
I'm not reading. Hold on. Before we hear these concessions, I'm not reading Bobiverse.
Yeah, no, there's no talks at this table.
All right, cool.
All right, look, I'll read
Peace treaties
Bobiverse as
peace
long as
talks
you
have
buy me the
broken down.
books.
What? What'd you say, Wolf?
So I'll read Bobiverse as long as you buy me the books, and then I'll write a comprehensive essay for Strahd so he can read the essay.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm genuine.
Hold on, let him cook. This doesn't sound too bad.
You know what I think it is? I think it's because you generally don't play strategy games and you don't like shooters that much. And
Yes.
both of those are generally everything that would possibly encompass a Warhammer game, a
Yes.
video game. And and video games would be the bridge by which you would get into this.
Yes.
I mean, we have Space Marines too. Like,
I
mean,
wouldn't
Space
mind
Marines 2 is
trying
great.
Space Marines too. I just don't want to spend the money on it.
Yeah.
Do you like XCOM style gameplay as?
Not particularly, no.
Okay,
Yeah,
well that takes Chaos
unfortunately.
Gate out.
Mechanicus gone.
What about? I mean, Vermintide 2 isn't Space Marines, but it's Warhammer. Ye old Warhammer.
I will say, my grand obsession started from two sources. One was TTS on YouTube, and I will forever mourn them. And I've shown that to you, and you kind of liked it, but whatever.
I watched a lot of that.
And the other end was Total War Warhammer, which is not 40K, but it is Warhammer, and that melds everything together.
The only thing I didn't from text-to-speech device was a lot of the characters were just really fucking hard to understand.
Well, what do you expect from Scandinavia?
Are they Scandinavian?
No. The main guy, Brother Alphabusa. Well, I don't know what his full deal is. I know he lives in Sweden now, but I don't know where he's actually from. And I know Carl is from there, but a good chunk of them. But they're all over. It's Swedish. It's American. There's British people there, unfortunately.
I love the original way of trying to get me into Warhammer was to show me the text-to-speech device episodes of when they covered Yu-Gi-Oh!
Which is again, there's a bridge there. It's a bunch of dumb nerd shit melding with other dumb nerd shit.
Which I
love. But you're already into this other thing.
Do you like Baldur's Gate?
Wait, what'd you say, Strayed? Lower you into what?
No, I was saying you were all there's two nerd properties over here. One you're already into, one you're not into, but the two meld together in this thing I showed you, so it kind of bridges you off into the other thing.
Yeah, I do.
And then Wolf.
Continue.
And Wolf asked if you were into Baldur's Gate, the new one, I assume, BG3.
Yeah, I only played 3.
Well, then there you go.
So did you like
that?
Yes, but I need to. I keep getting distracted, and then I keep having to start again.
We'll Strahd game share with Az, and then Az can play Rogue Trader.
No, I tried.
I think he's tried. It's way too esoteric for him because he is stupid.
Oh, you know what? Fine.
Well, okay, that's harsh, but I think here, unless you're familiar, that system is a little bit weird, and I definitely had to get somewhere over a couple hurdles to be like, I really want to play a 40K CRPG, so I'm going to listen to what this system has to say to me and have the patience to learn it.
Hold on, just 1 second. I'm sorry. The Yu-Gi-Oh episodes you showed me, I love them. I watch them every now and then, but it gets me upset every time I notice a mistake in them because I know the fucking game so well, and it just grades me every time I notice a mistake.
You can just, but that episode happens with Zeech in one of them, so you can just kind of you can just headcanon that he's fucking with everyone.
If I remember correctly, he uses Mystical Space Typhoon to negate a card. That's not how it fucking works.
But that's how Zeech says it works, so.
I don't think Zeech uses it. I think he uses it against Zeech. I don't remember exactly. One of them uses it, but...
Yeah, I think Zeech uses it.
It only destroys a card. If the card is activated, the effect still happens, and that bothered me greatly.
I was going to say, Zeech's whole deal is that, everything he does is a scheme, and nothing works out.
I understand. But the Yu-Gi-Oh rule, no.
Yeah, but if you don't call him out on it, is it really a rule?
Yes.
I got one more question.
Yeah, go.
I have a way that might bridge the gap because you like D&D, right?
To a point. Yes.
To a point. I have a buddy who has digital copies of every single TTRPG for Warhammer 40K.
Come on. Yes.
Okay, so I'm stupid. I have a lot of problem with D&D combat because I'm stupid.
We know. I play D&D with you.
I know. We tried doing StarCraft, and Wolf had to teach me the rules every single time I needed to attack because I'm stupid. I felt bad.
What?
I tried so hard.
And got so far.
Like, yeah, that like Starforge or whatever that system was, it was like, yeah, I had a hard time keeping up with it, honestly.
Mm.
Yeah, so that was D&D like 3.5 edited
Yeah.
pretty much. So yeah, it was complex. Although the Warhammer 40Ks aren't any better. So
Yeah, the Warhammer 40K CRPG. I said CRPG, but I just meant RPGs. The Wrath and Glory, and the I think the fantasy one is really just called Fantasy Roleplay. Yeah, those are a bit. You need to be into it.
yeah.
You definitely because a lot of it is a lot of those, especially in the fantasy roleplay, is like you need to roleplay this role. Like a lot of the abilities you have are non-combat. It's like you are a city official. You can call upon certain people to do certain things, and it's like I hope you're really into documentation in the Imperial City as part of this RPG.
That's not even an
And here's the thing.
exaggeration.
And here's the thing, I fucking am. But I don't think any of
It-
you are.
It's super.
Hey, if that's the setting that we're role playing in, I will role play the shit out of that. Like
I have the fucking wiki up. I will absolutely accurately be able to measure how long it takes for me to get to Altdorf to Nuln.
right now, I'm doing a Mass Effect TTRPG, and I'm plotting out a scam to fucking rob this guy by getting 3 Asari to come in and mind meld him.
Isn't
At this
mind
point, it's not
melding
even-
like
at the-
sex?
At that point, it's not even a scam. It's just payment for services rendered.
Exactly, but he doesn't know. And I'm a Krogan.
Oh,
So a Krogan convincing 3 Asari women to go into this random dude's apartment takes a lot of logistics, okay?
with what I'm assuming is the Krogans bottoming out charisma.
Oh yeah, I got like 8 in charisma.
Negative charisma.
I think that's just barely breaking even.
It's -1 on the charisma rolls. All my charisma rolls are -1.
Ugh.
More power to you.
I will sit you down and Clockwork Orange your ass into being into 40K. I will.
Wow. Okay.
I was gonna
Look,
say,
we just gotta find goonable materials. So Sisters of Battle,
No, he won't be into that. I know.
unfortunately, he
No,
won't.
genuinely though, I think if a game comes out that I think you will like, that's Warhammer or Warhammer 40K, that will be the key.
I'll fucking try the Space Marines one. That one looks
Dude,
interesting.
Space
to me.
Marines 2 is just so much fun. Like,
Yeah.
So we'll talk.
and
You know
Siege
what?
Mode is
Whenever-
out now. Siege Mode
I was
is
just-
amazing.
Oh, is it out now? Okay, well then there you go.
What is it?
It's
We'll figure out
amazing.
sometime. Would you more want to try the third person Space Marine, or would you more like Dark Tide's kind of Left 4 Dead-esque thing?
I think he
Space
might
Marine.
enjoy.
Either one works.
All right. So that's our time, guys.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm
Come
pretty
back
sure.
next week for our next episode of talking more about Warhammer 40K.
Fuck Warhammer.
We should definitely like, collab on like
Look,
next topic.
You guys need a comment because I put a vote out that we should have a section for Warhammer rants.
No.
So the next week we will talk about whether or not the Alfarius Legion is in fact
Goodbye,
traitor?
everyone. Have a good night. See you later. Bye.
They are more loyalist than the Ultramarines. There, I said it.
Yeah, I'm going with loyalists, but we'll have to wait and see.
I think loyalists.